Hey everyone, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back to Segway Plays Donkey Kong 64. In the last episode, we finally got the factory's big machinery up and running. Oh, and we got Diddy's banana medal just now. Awesome. And so now, we can finally do something with all of these Kong switches. Oh, and Diddy's red-haired Kasplat. We could have done this before, I guess, but we never had Diddy in here. Now, if you have the Rumble Pack equipped in your Nintendo 64 controller, which I do, there is a lot of rumbling going on in this room. It makes it very intense. Let's see, no, that's Chunky. Here is Diddy. So, each of the remaining Kongs, Donkey Kong, well, I guess in a way he does have one because I'll spoil this. Up there is where his yellow-haired Kasplat is. Each Kong has a banana that involves climbing up the machinery. And until the machinery is started, you cannot do this. Is that, no, it's a tiny one. Fair amount of careful platforming must be done here. Exactly what this machine does, how it's making toys, I don't know. Let's see, where's there should be a ladder here somewhere, right? Again, just kudos to Grant Kirkhope. Just adding these drums, there's the ladder, that make the same melody go halftime, and the low brass just really makes this so much more intense than the music already was. By halftime, for those of you who are less musical, what I mean is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The drums change where the beat emphasis was because in other areas when it's just sort of the ticking, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But with the drums here, it does, like, the tempo is the same, but it feels like halftime. Very powerful tool. See, because like here, without the drums, it feels like 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Oh, crud. That's what happens when I spend too much time talking about music. So you can see there are all sorts of different little obstacles here. And this kind of, you know, harkens back to a lot of the Donkey Kong Country era, you know, extreme platforming and some of the later levels involving lots of conveyor belts and machinery that would just drive anybody, myself included, nuts. Now here's the good news. Banana port pad number 4. You have a shortcut from getting from all the way down at the bottom to up here. Now, as you can see, there are some bananas elsewhere that will require you to backtrack a little bit or go the long way anyway. But at least if you fall from up here, you have a way back, like what's about to happen. I did not intend to demonstrate that so directly. Take that, Robo Critter. Adjusting the camera angle as you need it is a really good idea. Oh, not again. See, the trouble is these platforms, you know, they have different high points and low points, which is something I forgot. Wait for it to get below you. Don't tempt fate. Okay. Now, if you find, traversing certain paths with certain Kongs easier, like with Tiny Kong's ponytail twirl, you can get this far with Tiny Kong and then switch. There are ways of handling things. Now, these pistons, I think you can call them pistons. I'm not mechanically inclined. Change speed. Obviously, it's smarter to go across them when they're at their slowest. That is what you want to do. There's Donkey Kong's Kasplat. So that's where he is, if you're wondering. And this is where Diddy Kong's banana appeared. So that's Diddy Kong's machine banana. I say we go... Oh, no. Jeez. Diddy Kong's gonna be really, really sore tomorrow. I suggest we go with Lanky Kong next. I'm actually warping up here even though I haven't hit the switch yet because this is where the tag barrel is. Oh, wrong way. The tag barrel always feels backwards to me because you press right and it sends the Kong currently in the spotlight to the right. It doesn't move you to the Kong to the right of where you're selected. Which is how you would think it would work because normally that's how selection menus work. Okay, here's Lanky. Is there any reason to take the long way as Lanky? I don't think there is. No, just Tiny and Chunky. Because of the coins and the balloons. So I am going to take the warp. Don't know how I missed that coin. There we go. I feel like I went through it a couple of times. Blue balloon. I think I'm missing a whole bunch of Lanky's bananas. Are they all around here? I mean, it doesn't seem right. So you can get across these things while they're moving fast. It's just a lot harder. Okay. Well, first we want to jump over to this. No! 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 Ah. Okay, I'm gonna meet you back at that pipe. Okay, let's try this again. There's a camera. Adjust camera. It will help. I'm concerned because I don't know where the last... Like, I know there are Lanky bananas here, and I know there's the balloon inside the crusher, which is really evil. But there are some more that I'm missing, and I don't know where they are. Okay, walk very slowly. Very carefully. There are like 15 Lanky bananas that I don't know where they are. I have to go around looking for those, probably off screen a little bit later. That was a dumb idea. That was a dumb idea. Okay. That was stupid. So confused as to where those bananas are. But I do know, like I said, there are some in the machine, which is a really cruel place to put them. Because why would you ever come in here as Lanky? Unless you remembered specifically that those coins were there. And this balloon. I think there's only the one, though. Because there's no way to get back there. Okay, yeah, so that's 85 bananas. Where are the last 15? I'll find them off screen after this episode and show them at the beginning of the next one. Promise. So, I want to get back to the tag barrel. Where's the... I just came out of the machine and it was literally right in front of me. The Banana Port 4. I'm not smart. And we want to switch to Tiny Kong, and we will remember that she has some bananas on the long way up. And some over there. Are those through a window? I can't tell. Those are through a window if they're in here. I think they're through a window, but... Oh, there are the lanky bananas. There was, yeah, and that's all 15 of them. Wow. Okay, yeah, those are through a window. Which window are they through? I probably shouldn't. No, I'm not gonna try to aim for a balloon well on a circling platform beam. I'm not gonna aim for it from down here either. I am just gonna go up the long way. Now Tiny's switch, rather than just give us a banana, creates a bonus barrel. And we are going to take the long way just to get all of Tiny's purple bananas. Not that it's super important. I guess it really is kind of a foolish point of pride on my part, but I really do want to get all of the little regular bananas and coins if I can. That thing is on my way to activate the Banana Port. I remembered the balloon in the machine, but I did not remember the ghostly blue bananas that I had literally just passed through while I was coming up here with Diddy Kong. Turbines, maybe? No, yeah, those aren't pistons, right? Because pistons push things, don't they? Maybe? I mean, there's cylinders. Obviously, they're cylindrical, but... Okay, now I could have just warped up here. Or what else I could have done, and I'm just realizing this now. Not a word. What I'm realizing I could have done is hit all of the switch, well, except Chunky's, because Chunky's, as we saw when we hit it earlier, activates a timer. But I could have hit Diddy, Tiny, and Lanky switches all at once, had all of their things appear, and then climb up here, and once I get to the next spot with the tag barrel, just change up Kongs. That would have been a lot more smart and efficient than what I have done. Here's Tiny Kong's banana metal. These conveyor belts move slowly, so you can run against them, but it's still tricky. You want to jump to gain ground, because otherwise it'll be moving really slowly. But you don't want to be careless, because you'll fall off. This is not going well. Am I the only one that sees that it's a big machine? Just had that one in my head for obvious reasons.
Welcome to
Okay, Crazy Kong Clamor. I don't think we've done this one yet. Shoot the golden banana, just don't hit any Kongs. A to fire the melons, hit the melon to reload. So yeah, it's simple. When the lights come up, hit the banana, don't hit any Kongs. If you hit a Kong, oh yeah, I did that by accident, but your score, the number of bananas you have to hit goes back up by 1, so don't do that. Now, I want to say something, because remember I mentioned earlier that I make handwritten lists for what I need to do? Oh, yeah, good, that worked. I tend to use abbreviations for a lot of things, including bonus barrel games. This is a game I cannot use an abbreviation for, because if you saw the title there, it's Crazy Kong Clamor. And whereas Crazy and Clamor are normally spelled with C's because it's a Kong thing, you know, they spell them with K's. Haha, isn't that funny? Problem is the initials you then give that game. So, like, I mean, I guess in theory it's not that huge of a deal, but it... Why did I come down? I should have done Donkey Kong's Splat first. I like, it's not that, but I feel like just avoid that. Like, avoid any scenario where you could have a situation like that. I think is always the best policy. So yeah, I can't use abbreviations for that particular game. See, I want to do Donkey Kong's Splat, Lanky's Bananas, and then Lanky's Blue Bananas, and then Chunky's Golden Banana here. And I want to get those last tiny bananas that are through that window. And then we'll basically be done in Frantic Factory apart from the boss fight. Gotta make this jump. No! Huh. Well, landed down here. That could have gone worse, I guess. I'll meet you back over there. No, come on, not again! Okay, you know what I'm gonna do this time to prevent what happened last time? I'm gonna destroy him from a distance with the power of music. And then very quickly jump over here before the blueprint disappears. That took me longer than it should have. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put a lot of the falls into a quick montage. Okay, Lanky Kong's Bananas. There we go. That makes his 100. Next up, Chunky Kong Switch. So Chunky Kong Switch, as we saw earlier, it's a bit of a mixed blessing because we don't have to go up quite as high, but there is a timer on it. Of course, we could take the long way, get all the bananas and coins and everything, or we could do this much more easily I went around the long way when I didn't have to. Just hop on. I missed. Let's try that again. Timer is pretty forgiving here. Wait for it. Walk in carefully because the circular motion can be tough. Wait for the crusher to lift up. Walk in and get your banana, and I wouldn't recommend waiting and dancing there, Chunky. Just saying. Oh, crud. Okay, well now let's go the long way and get all of Chunky's coins and everything. Just show those, get Tiny Kong's last bananas, and then actually you know what? We'll call things here. And in the next episode, we will wrap up the last few minor collectibles, trade in our last couple of blueprints, and then we will get ready to fight the boss of Frantic Factory. So I'll see you next time.